Welcome to the stream. I'm starting up on the menu again because it reset and it doesn't let me go further before starting the stream. Yay, stream. Okay. Today's another sleepy day, but I'll try to keep talking as frequently as I can, even though I have no clue when people are and aren't here. But I will achieve what I am doing. So, how's it going, people who exist? You know what? I wanted to start the stream, so I started the stream. But I realize I don't have any water. So I'm gonna spawn in. See if I can die or not. Okay, I should be safe here. I'm gonna go drink some water. I'll be back. Oh, by the way, I turned a lot of settings off to try helping with lag, so like some stuff has changed visually. I turned off the skies, the fancy graphics, whatever the options are. So please mind the difference. I'll be back. And I'm back. Did I miss anything? From the time it took me to walk and get a water bottle, did I miss anything new? No. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Man, I am just not a healthy boy today. Well, I am, but I don't sound it. So anyway, I went and gathered some more dirt. I can't really recall if I did that on stream or off stream, but that's how it is. Got more dirt. And, we're gonna just go straight back to mining. Simple as that. Da-da-da. Boom, 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 boom. That's about all we need, really. So, I need a pickaxe. A pickaxe would be very useful to have when it comes to this. Excuse me. Je m'excuse. I swear, it's every time I stream. As soon as I turn on the stream, I start getting all sniffly. I start feeling like I can't breathe. It's weird. Maybe I have some type of... Well, I mean, I have social anxiety, but maybe there's something more to it that I'm missing in regards to, just that going on. I'm gonna need some dirt in order to fill in holes, essentially. So, let's get straight to that. Ba-ba-da. So, what's going to be the topic of today? Probably the same as usual, me just asking questions and going ba ba ba. That's not even a topic, that's just exactly what I do every time I decide to stream. And it always comes back to that. And I say to myself, hey, I'm not going to do it this time. But what do? I do it every time anyway. Sorry. I get sniffly. I get breathing issues. Nothing relating to COVID. I think this is a passive thing. I think it's the fact that, like, it doesn't really affect me too much, but it's like I don't feel like it affects me at all, but then the thing is, truly, it is very effective. And because I acknowledge it, I am now better prepared for it, except not. Because really, I don't do anything about it. I just kind of acknowledge it and leave it at that. But I'll figure out how things go. I'm considering later today. Oh, my dog's coming up and whining because a dog downstairs is going crazy. I live in an apartment building, by the way. But, I'm thinking later today I want to try another parkour map. Hopefully with me messing with graphics. Maybe I'll try the triangle again, but hopefully with what I've done with graphics settings, maybe I can get one that works. Because the thing is, I think that map that I was on, it works. It's just because of my own positioning that it was so bad to use. Like, again, I'm using an old device. I don't know if storage makes much of a difference, but it's a pretty full storage for the most part, and I can't really do much about it because I've been making room and making room and making room, but keeps on taking me back to, highly filled storage, so I just gotta figure it out. But, so I don't think I'm really in a position to properly do maps because I feel like regardless of what I pick, it's probably gonna lag. And the texture pack stacked on top of that, that just makes things even worse. But even so, I'm still probably gonna try more. Funny thing, by the way, on my Discord server for the Enablercraft SMP, I just kind of, like, whenever I do stuff, I kind of just bring it up. Like, it doesn't bother me, the things that happen. And, I just like to say when something happened. I don't really know my own meaning behind that. It's just, I'll talk about a lot of stuff just normally, but the thing is, I think people can get the interpretation that I mean it in, like, a negative sense. So I said on the server yesterday, like, oh man, so I tried doing like, I don't even know if anyone cared, but, well, people reacted to it, so I don't know, but it's something I said, and it's like, oh, I did a parkour map today and sucked very much at it. And it got too laggy for me to play on, so I was like, I just kind of gave up. And then, one person on the server, was just like, you can do it if, I forget what it is, but it's like, you can do it, if you practice, or I don't know, it was something supportive, and it was kind, but the thing is, it wasn't a matter of me, like, I appreciate it, what the person said anyway, because, I mean, what they were saying was true, but it's like, I felt like a kid. I felt like a kid being, like, cheered on by, a parent who's like, yeah, you can do it as long as you try and you'll get better. And it's like, I mean, thanks, I appreciate it, truly, but it's not a matter of, like, I mean, I'm not, I don't do parkour, so the thing is, I don't quite know my own strengths, but it's like, uh, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, it's like, I appreciate it, but the thing is, it's not like this was something bad. I'm just bringing up a thing that happened, like, uh, just to tell the story, because, uh, obviously these people don't really know me, and I don't even know how much the people who know me. But like on my own personal server for just like some friends of mine and all that. Well, online friends. I'll tell a lot of stories. I will just kind of say stuff, and it's like there's never anything negative to it, and I don't really do it to look for support. It's mainly just me to say stuff, because I don't know why. I just always feel the need to say stuff, and just that. I don't know. I had a point to all of this that I wanted to get across. Completely forgot where I was going with this in the first place. But essentially, I just kind of brought up, like, oh, I did bad at a thing and gave up because of the lag, and then it's like, you can do it. And it's like, thanks. Uh, like, I appreciate the support, but it's not a matter of me trying to figure figure it out and get better. It's just it was too laggy, like I couldn't even cheat my way. But thank you for the stuff, person who, I don't know, sometimes I feel weird when I'm like uh telling a story about a person. I don't like to use their name just in case, cuz some people don't like that. So for now it's person, but I do know who it was. So thank you for the words of encouragement. And I'm probably going to do a parkour map later today. Maybe not, depends. I want to try something. I want to do an adventure map. I want to do a skyblock. I want to do a dropper. I want to do so many of the Minecraft things. But what I want to do first is figure out how to deal with lag issues, which assuming what it'd be for most maps, maybe not like a skyblock, but for a lot of other things, it's going to be really laggy, like whether I use this texture pack or I don't. So I got to figure that issue first. But yeah, I'm looking to do stuff. And I'm considering asking like people in the SMP server, like, hey, anyone want to do a thing? And it's like, that's what I want to do. Because another thing along with that SMP, I'd like to try to get along with the content creators, try to be friendly. Who knows? Maybe I'll become friends with some of them. I don't know. But it's like, um, I don't want to ask. The thing is, it's like, I managed to gather, like, a little group of people who were interested in partaking in a thing I was doing. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I like this. It's like, hey, welcome. But the thing is, now that I'm here, I'm kind of like, okay, I got past that part. I don't know if I can interact with these people who've been brought here. So it's kind of like, oh, well, they're here now. And it's like, hey, like if someone popped on the server, maybe I'd try to chat with them, but aside from that, I'm just kind of like, okay, I've made it this far. Now what? My biggest issue throughout life has always been, like, interaction with people. Typically, like, I've got a lot of social issues. Uh, and I also have an autism that, affects my social, skills in a sense. Asperger's. But, so basically, like, I don't know how. It's been a while since I've looked into the background for Asperger's to reference which I mean for what parts are impacted, but essentially, it's just I'm gonna name off some stuff, but it's overall not just related to that. And also, that's another thing. I bring up that I have that, but I don't mean to bring that up for sympathy. Some people believe I bring that up for sympathy. I don't mean it that way. But anyway, so I have a lot of social issues, and typically in a normal day-to-day life, like back when I went to school before graduating during the COVID time, or just before the COVID time started, um, typically, because outside of that, I've pretty much been home for most of the time since COVID started. Um, I typically like go to others to try doing things. Like typically I'd find people who wanted to do things and stick to what they wanted to do rather than trying to push my own ideas on them. Because for the most part, I just didn't want to be in control. I'm a follower, not a leader type. And I just, it goes in the sense of someone wants to do it, all right, I'm down. But then when I want to do it, it's like, I'm not going to bother anybody. I'm just going to make it like public thing or like an open thing, very vague on actually asking people and just go, hey, I'm going to do a thing. So that's cool. And then if anyone wants to partake in it, they can, and if they don't, they don't. But when it came to making this SMP thing, I'm really lost on the points I want to make. I kind of have an idea where I'm going with it, but then I kind of lose it and just talk about something else. Anyway, the idea for this SMP, I really, for one, I just like SMP series by people. And, oh, my dog's coming poking around. Still upset about the dog downstairs. But anyway, when it came to this SMP, I was very wary on actually trying to start it up. Like, I tried to find people first and join their SMP, but searches got so difficult for that. And when I finally found one, I realized, oh, this is cool, but there are some things that I don't want for how it is. Hold on, that's an Enderman. Can I... Is that... Okay. Okay. I gotta do this quick. Hold on, I'll tell the story after. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Okay, are you still here? Wait, he's taking my dirt. That asshole. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, he took my dirt. I got a pearl. Anyway, shoot, what was I on about? Oh yeah, the whole idea about starting an SMP. I was really wary of doing it. And then I was like, I joined an SMP and I was like, hey, this is cool, but actually I want to do some of this stuff another way. There's some stuff that I like about this, but the thing is, I just kind of want to have my own way of control with it, and something, I don't know, I had an idea, but I kind of forgot my point. But, so then I had, the thing about, oh, I'll just start my own SMP. And first I had to figure out how to set that up, and obviously I went to Addernos, which it's pretty much the only free server hosting thing, and I mean, good on them, because, like, that's so considerate, because, like, everything else is, you have to pay for it, and I mean, I understand why. Like, server hosting, it takes up a lot, so you need to pay for that, pretty much. But Addernos is actually not doing that, so it's kind of great. But but obviously it's got some kinks like no 24/7 service, no what is it? No 24/7 service, no nope, I can't remember what I was saying. But anyway, hold on. I want to count these blocks before I keep going on because that's the whole reason I came up to this room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blocks high. Okay. But I'm getting off track here because I'm just talking about the making the SMP first. Gathering people. I had no idea what I was going to do. I was like, oh, I could do it on Discord, but the thing is, Discord's kind of Pretty much you have to find a server that has people you're looking for, and they allow advertising, which is pretty uncommon. And it's just a matter of, being able to advertise and then having people to actually see your I can words. Trust me, guys. Listen, I can do this. But God, that whole point about me I keep losing my points in what I want to say so frequently. Like so frequently. I really need to get better at remembering. But so basically it was very out of character for me to try creating my own thing, contacting people, gathering them for a thing, and then after setting it up, people had some issues, like getting things to run, and I tried to find better ways to resolve it, and blah blah blah. Basically, I'm definitely doing stuff I typically wouldn't do. I typically depend on people. Basically, I'm going through a real-life character arc, getting better at the things that I am doing, because I am starting to break out of this shell bit that I have been in for many of the years. Not completely out of the shell bit right now, but kind of out of the shell bit. I'm getting there. I'm getting better. But that was the main point of what I wanted to say. As for the rest, I don't know. But anyway, so I sent out calling for the SMP thing, and I tried to gather lots of the people, and I have been semi-successful. Now it's just a matter of actually interacting with the people I gathered, which is my biggest issue. But I'm gonna try to figure things out from here. I have no idea if the point I had going into this got across. I don't even know if I brought up the point. I'm so lost in my own words that I just don't understand what I'm saying. But it is what it is, Okay. I had more points to make, but I can't remember a thing. Not a thing. So what should I talk about now? Well, I didn't get too clear on my social issue thing, but to give the rundown, primarily just stuff relating to social anxiety and not understanding social situations sometimes. I have issues picking up on social cues. It's all that. That's a thing to bring up. Just as, I don't know, a thing. Maybe I should teach the community about me, the person they are watching. But then I feel like that'd get a bit boring, so I'm trying to think of something else to bring up. Unless somebody asks something, but I don't think anybody's here right now. Or if somebody is, I don't know if they're actually talking. But that doesn't quite matter, because right now it's just going to be me focusing on mining things and trying to get through them. But what to talk about now? Well, my dog is once again getting up and whining over the other dog, so that's not great. Oh, now he's playing with a toy. He's fine. It's all good now. Everything is okay. Everything will be okay. Ba 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 da da. Whoa. I don't have any dirt to cover that. Well, I do, but I don't want to use dirt to cover that, I mean. Man. Oh, I know the whole reason we got to this point that I was trying to make. My whole issue was, it's a matter of communicating with the content creators now. Because I managed to gather some people into the server, and I looked into some of their backgrounds, and some of them seem like interesting people. After yesterday, I did the jump map and other streams. I think later in the night, like after I finished my last stream, I started looking through some of the people's stuff. Like, I looked into it really early on, but I didn't actually sit and watch anybody's stuff yet. Except for, like, people who already did SMP stuff, because I wanted to see how things were on their end for the SMP stuff. But, I started to look into people. And, funny thing, I don't know, like, what the odds were of it happening. Wait, did I do that right? I think I did that right. Okay, I did. Yeah, I don't know the odds of it happening, but, a funny thing that happened, so I started looking through the list of people, because it's like, when starting off the SMP, I basically made, like, a secret channel just to keep all the information on each member, like, I write down their Minecraft username, I write down their, Discord name, I write down just the very general information that's just needed, because I want to, like, keep track of who's there and who isn't. And basically, if I'm in a server that, I whitelist people, it's like if someone leaves the server, then I'm going to need to keep in mind who I'm removing from the whitelist and all that. And basically, I was going from the bottom to the top. So basically, the newest people went first, and the oldest people were later on. And I looked into the newest person, who was actually the same person who told me the just practice and you'll do better. Whatever the message was, I can't remember exactly. All I know is it was a supportive message. And the person did the same jump map, I think, like, a week, maybe a few days, maybe a week ago, or maybe longer, I don't quite remember. But it's like, they did the exact same one I did, and I'm like, what are the odds of that happening? Like, I mean, the person said, like, I didn't sit and watch everybody's, like, live streams and videos all in full. I kind of skipped parts just to see what kind of people are, like, on the server. And the person found it the same way I found it. So, I mean, and the thing is, it was kind of not new, but, like, within the range of maps titled parkour, it was fairly new on the same site. So it was kind of like, oh, that's cool. I guess that works. I had a point to that further than just. Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, the coincidence is fun. Because now I have some type of way to relate to somebody. Because right now I know nothing about these people except from like little things from videos and streams they have done. That is how I know people. It, I can't be direct with them. I gotta figure things out by looking to their past. I don't know. Now it just kind of, I feel like if I keep going on the point I'm making, it's actually going to sound weird. I don't know if I'm making it sound weird or if it's just my own interpretation that it sounds weird, but to me it sounds weird. So, yeah. Um oh, but anyway, yeah, I looked into other people's content and essentially I some of the people were pretty cool. Some people haven't actually started doing anything yet, but the requirement for joining the SMP was just have something that exists, like some type of content making platform, and just link it. That way, people can properly credit. And, wait, did I do this? I did do that right. Okay. Um, and basically, you don't have to have anything done yet to join the SMP. You just have to have something for credit. And so some of the people haven't actually done anything yet, and that's fine. But for the people who have done stuff so far, it's like there was quite a bit to watch of the people. So I was kind of like, oh, well, this is kind of fun. But now I feel like, oh no, what was I keep losing my points. That's another thing. I can't keep a consistent thought unless I'm like really, really thinking on it for like a long period of time in silence. Um, but yeah, I'm learning things about these people. These people I know nothing about. And I think some of them are cool people. So, you should go to my last video, not live stream, video. I think it says in regards to recording. Go to the description and check out the people so far, because some of those people are pretty interesting. Yes. Listen, I have no clue what I'm doing. I had so many points. I was like, when I start stories, I come up with, do I have any points to make on the thing that is happening? And I had my ideas in my head, but then it was just a matter of, oh, you know what? I actually don't think I remember what my point was going to be, so I'm just going to forget about it. It's like, oh, great. But anyway, so I'm learning of the people, and I'm probably going to try to press on the people, not in the weird way, that sounds weird, but, and see if I can talk to them like a regular person. Because for me, interaction with people, especially people I really don't know, it's like it's gonna be awkward as hell, but I'm gonna try. That is the biggest, like, main point of it. That's another reason I really wanted to start this SMP. Because the thing is, with me in control, I'm the one who has to take charge on it. I can't put myself in a position to rely on others. So I am actually taking the initiative to try figuring it out and doing it on my own. So that's a cool thing. Uh, okay, that's a single. Um, and yeah, this would be really great if I just kind of wrote things out, but I don't do that, and I can't do it. Basically, I've got my own sideline job going on where I'm gonna figure things out. Yeah, and that is the end of the story. Hold on, did I do this wrong? Or is it up to here? I think it may be up to here. Okay. Hold on. What one are we on? 160 or 613. Okay. This is just gonna be a terrible stream, can I just say? Yeah, 113 or 613. God damn. Because it has just been me pausing while trying to talk about other people. And I feel like that's one of the most awkward things to hear. It's like, oh, I want to say, hey, some of these people seem pretty interesting, but it's like, I feel like anytime, the way I am, anytime I compliment somebody, I feel like it's going to be the most awkward thing, no matter the person, to compliment them. So I just always go like, I try not to compliment people unless others do it. I have a bunch of little ticks and little ways I work that don't complement the normal mindset, I don't think. I don't quite know. So I get very, very confused when trying to figure things out. But I'm gonna learn, guys, and you're gonna see down the line that I am not gonna be the socially awkward. Well, I'm probably gonna be socially awkward, but I'm not gonna be the same socially awkward-ish type person that I am right now. Except, really, this isn't something that's a matter for the people watching this video. Really, only like the people I know in person actually know I'm like this, and really I could have pressed on without saying anything and that would have made this all better. But I feel like it's better to get an understanding on a person by revealing your information, not like, super important information, but like something so it's like people know what type of person they're dealing with, Because, again, all these people are strangers. I know nothing about pretty much anybody who has joined so far. And they don't really know anything about me. But I'm gonna try to show, like, hey, fellow people, I am an awkward person, but I am going to try and converse with you and hang out and do the games. That is how I'm going to function. That alone is just that's how I'm going to function. There's no way around it. And it's going to be something. I really need to find a better topic because if I ever talk about people or myself, things, I feel like it's the most uncomfortable thing. But it's coming along. Now what? Okay, so I got that weird phase out of... Wait, am I in the right place? I am. I got that little phase of talking out of the way, so now it's time to talk about something else. What that may be, I have no clue. But I'll say something, and it'll be about whatever it may be. Okay. No, I feel like I put myself in too awkward and uncomfortable of a situation to keep pressing on as I have been. I think I'm just in a state of mind where I just kind of am very timid now. Because I just went on that whole spiel that kept on making me look very dumb. And very just off. So I think it'd be best to try and forget. I was gonna say just stop, but no, I'm not gonna stop. I have things to do. And people to entertain by talking about stuff. Stuff that nobody cares about talking about, but I'm talking about. So yeah. Yeah, stuff. Oh, you know what I should do? In my server, I'm considering, well, just now considering maybe I should have. This doesn't really apply to anybody watching unless someone from the server is actually watching, which I have my doubts. But maybe I should try making a channel where it's like, talk about yourself. Because I have an introduction channel where it's just like, tell us a little about yourself. But basically, for the most part, it's just been like, here's my name, my age, what I do, and stuff along that line, just very basic stuff. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just an introduction, but it's like, I feel like I need to try pushing for something, because one thing I really care about is like, oh, my dog is up and moving again. But, one thing I try to do is learn about people when I meet new people, and I want to try getting along with them and knowing more about their backgrounds. But the thing is, I never know how to go about that. So I'm kind of in an off stage where I don't know what to do. So basically, my idea is now going to be go and set something up for people to talk about themselves more and hope someone clings to it. That's about the best I can do. Yeah, no, I have no clue what I'm going on about now. Sorry, I needed to count that just to make sure I go up 7 and I have my little starting point. So I know where to... Okay, that was too much. But I need you out of my face. Unless, of course, you need to... Nah, he probably doesn't. He'd typically poke me. Yeah, he's just lying down under my legs now. So what else should I talk about now? Oh, I know. Oh, wait, actually, that might not be within the YouTube guidelines. I need to remember the YouTube guidelines, because I want to make sure I don't accidentally say something I shouldn't. But to give the rundown, on one of my streams, in the comments section, not the live chat, just the comments section, somebody put a link to a no-no thing. It had dirt in the link, so I was like, oh, that's cool. I wonder what it's about, but, it was not an okay link, so I got rid of it. Hold on, is that 7? 3, 7, okay. So yeah, somebody put a no link, so I was just like, no, you don't get to comment on this channel anymore. Bye. And that was essentially the thing that happened. Anyway, what other things to talk about? This is one reason why I like the idea of, like, multiplayer stuff, because I have someone to bounce off of, maybe, or someone who typically, would take more charge in a conversation. I'm more of the reply type person more than the actual conversation starter. So it's a little off, but I'm gonna manage. Sorry, I need to count again. But so, oh yeah, actually no, if I ever wanted somebody else to talk while I'm doing a stream, I can't actually rely on anybody, because I'd essentially be on a mute stream. If you don't understand what I mean, go to in regards to recording, that video I uploaded that is roughly 9 minutes long, but just skip to like 6:50, I think I put in the comments pinned, basically saying, hey, here is something that you should do. You should go here because I don't get to the point until like 6 minutes into the video. But anyway, oh yeah, so anyway, bouncing off somebody. That'd be a thing. But I wouldn't be able to stream or record or anything along those lines because of the issues brought with it. So that'd be about it. God, I am so great at commentating. Am I not? Am I not just one of the best commentators you've run into on this here web? This web tube of the YouTube? Well, I can tell that you are a liar if you said yes. Because I am very much not. Oh, I didn't mean to move that. I meant to move that, and that, this, that there, this here, that there, and there we go. Okay. Okay, so with the topics that have been going on, what should I move to next? I don't really think there's anyone in the chat right now, so I can't just go, like, asking, hey, here are some questions. But I was gonna say, like, hey, what's your favorite Minecraft block? Mine is dirt. Just the regular dirt, not the special dirt. And someone would be like, oh, hey, that's a pretty cool block. Well, here's my favorite block. And it's like, oh, that is a very interesting block. It is cool how we have different tastes in blocks, considering there are so many blocks in Minecraft. So, hey, that's pretty cool that you also like that block. That is such a great thing to like that block. I just remembered I actually have to go 1 up, I'm pretty sure. Because it's 7 on the floor above, but that's without the dirt that I have to place to make the roof. So let's take a look. 3, 4, 7. Okay. Okay, so I gotta go 1 up. Hup. Good thing I noticed now rather than later. Okay. What was I doing? Right. Okay. I just have so many reoccurring things to go back to every time I'm in the middle of a conversation. Oh, it's on the level where I don't actually have to worry about mining past. Perfect. But anyway, I don't know what else to commentate right now. I suppose... let's talk about food. Potatoes are pretty good. One of my... Well, not one of my... It is my favorite vegetable. Have you ever eaten a raw potato? I have. Raw potatoes are pretty good. They taste okay. I mean, I prefer potatoes mashed for the most part, but I mean, raw potatoes, they're fine. They're not too bad. They're pretty good. I don't know what else to discuss. I'm just kinda walking, kind of sus. I'm gonna mine straight up, and then fuck shit up. I just rhymed up with up, and that doesn't really work, so I'm gonna keep progressing forward. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, I should do something else. I should really stop the stream, look for a parkour map, and play on it. Or an adventure map, that's pretty cool, but the only one I found was cold. Cold seems okay, I didn't look into it really, but every other map kinda has this similar trope that doesn't really fit well for a thing I want to do a video on. Like, it's essentially, you're in a map, uh, have fun. It's like, it's not even a map you actually have an objective, it's just survive on this new place. But the type of adventure map I'm looking for is actually something maybe with parkour or some type of objective. Hopefully not something to do with fighting, because my combat ability is very, very poor. What else can I talk about? Listen, guys, I'm not good at this. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at talking so much. I mean, I'm good at keeping a conversation going on longer than one would expect it. Because let me tell you, people who do know me, or at least, I don't know how familiar the people I know in person are with it, but the people online, they know how long I can last talking about a single topic if I feel like it. And just repeating the same thing but saying it in a slightly different way for like over an hour, that is something fun. That is something fun because for one, people often will challenge me and say like, oh, you can't do this for this period of time, or talk about this for however long, and then I'm just like, really? I can't do that thing? Well then, let me prove you wrong right here. And then at like 10 minutes in, they're like, okay, I get it. You can do the thing, but I gotta prove them wrong. I've gotta keep pushing on their whole thing from before that they were so confident in, and prove them wrong by not stopping with the talking, and essentially just really irritate them until they leave, to prove that I could talk for an hour long about a random thing that they wanted me to talk about, but believed I couldn't talk about for that long period of time. Like, for example, oh my god, I can bring up an example. Ooh, my favorite example. So, I have this one online friend. I think it's been a while since I've looked into his stuff. I don't even know if he still does it, but Rika TV, I think, is the name for his Twitch. So go check that out if that's what it still is. Again, I haven't really looked into his stuff too much. But essentially he's made a lot of group chats, and I've been added to a lot of group chats, and then sometimes calls happen in the group chats. And really, it's just like me, him, and maybe 1 to 2 other people. I mean, this was a bit back, because the thing is, the group chat calling bit hasn't really happened in like months for any group chats I'm in. But basically, it's like I was challenged, like, or no, I had this one joke I said like way back. And the joke was, literal cat. And basically, I forget the context leading up to it, but there was, like, some point in time where someone said, like, I think the person, or, I used his name, actually. I went against the thing I said a bit back when I said I don't use people's names when I tell stories. But I used his name. Well, you know what? Just in case people forgot and don't think to look back, I'm just going to call him Guy. That's not his name, but I'm going to call him Guy. So basically, I think it was Guy who said, literal cat in a sentence, and it just clicked in my mind, hey, that could be a pun, because literal, just add an extra T, and then it's a pun because it's litter, like cat litter, and it's literal cat. And basically, that became a reoccurring joke that he despised, because if we ever went into a call, or if we were just talking in the same place on Discord, sometimes someone would bring up the literal cat joke and just it'd be like, hey, can you tell me about a literal cat? And it's like, oh, you'd like me to talk about a literal cat? And then he'd go off. A guy would just be like, no. And it was fun. Excuse me. And there was primarily 3 of us in on the joke. There was me, Guy, and then Guy 2. I'll just call him 2. That way I don't have to say Guy twice. But, so me, Guy, and 2 were all in, the VC, just chatting in a group with no other people actually in the VC. And basically, they were doing their own thing, or we were talking about something, I can't quite remember. And this isn't, like, there have been several instances with this group of 3, myself, Guy, and 2. But for this instance, it was like, go on telling the literal cat joke for, I think they said, like, X minutes, however many minutes. But the thing is, I was like, I can go for an hour if I wanted, and it's like, no, you can't, so go for an hour, and it's like, okay. And I think it was like maybe 45 minutes into it of telling the same joke, just slightly different over and over again, that Guy got bored with it. So then it was just like, oh, okay, well, but I still kept telling the joke while 2 was in the VC, and we were just kind of sitting there. I was saying my thing while he was doing his own thing, and it was just something. I don't know. Guys, I'm really trying to recall this story, but I can't multitask. I either have to tell the story, or I have to keep doing the work I'm doing. I can't do one or the other. But essentially that happened, and I told the joke for a long period of time, proved people wrong, and all was right with the world. Then one time, it was Guy, 2, and I, and we basically were in a VC in the group chat again, and they were talking while I was telling, like, a literal cat joke again or something, and they said, can you be quiet, or can you shut up, or something, like, something about me silencing myself. So I was just like, alright, and I just sat there in complete silence, or no, they said, can you be quiet for an hour, or something like that, because it was like, I was irritating Guy with the literal cat joke, so I was like, oh, I can do that, and it's like, yeah, sure you can, and then I did it. I sat there for the entire hour, I counted the entire hour, like, I was asked that close to an o'clock, so I was like, okay, the next o'clock, I will start talking again. Basically, they sat in the VC, they talked about their things, there were moments of silence, sometimes they tried talking to me, but I just kind of sat quiet, and after the hour was up, I unmuted and started talking again, just nonchalantly staying on topic, just as if nothing happened that entire time. And it was so fun. And basically, I don't know where I know kind of where my point was going with this. But basically, I have fun being challenged to things like that, where it's like, if someone issues me a challenge saying, oh, you can't do X thing for a period of time, it's like, if I have the ability to do it and nothing can hinder what I'm about to do, then I will most definitely do it. But like, unless there's an outside reason I can't do it because I have something going on that I have to, like, break from it, then I will stop. but for the most part, I will take on the challenge. Especially if it's a game of patience. People will often like challenge me to something that requires patience, but almost everybody's too impatient, and typically that's something I can win. Or one time I was playing Among Us, and I was playing with some friends, and basically everyone was done. So myself and one other person who I didn't actually know really was in the lobby, and they were the host, while I just had to kind of sit there. And basically, we were both waiting to be the last person to leave the lobby. So then I'm just like, so I suppose we have a battle. You will be a worthy adversary. Shoot, I forget. I quoted the Tai Lung meme. I can't remember the, I can't remember the phrase that Tai Lung says from Kung Fu Panda, but it's the one on the bridge, and it's like, our battle will be legendary. But basically, I quoted Tai Lung, and then we were going to have a patience off, but the thing is, I just have my tablet, so my option was to sit in the lobby and not do anything, because that is all I could do, was sit in the lobby. I didn't have an alternative choice. Meanwhile, they said they were going to do art and watch Markiplier because they're an artist. I mean, we're in an art server for the most part, so it's like, yeah, I'd expect that. And they'd watch Markiplier while I'm doing the true battle of just standing there waiting. But the thing is, we were ready to do that, and I was so ready to show a person up who had outside help, while I just had nothing to do. But then the lobby closed down due to inactivity, so it was a draw, and I was so upset by it. I really wanted to show the person up and be like, hey, look, you had all that outside help. Meanwhile, me, I just sat there and took it. I just sat there and took what had to be done. So it's a thing. It's a thing that happens. Man, am I just great today. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas, guys. Come on, somebody chat. Is anybody in the chat to chat with me? Come say hi. I need somebody to bank off ideas for what I should talk about. So far I've talked about issues, like social issues. I've talked about planning on engaging more with the content creators of the SMP. And I've talked about how I like winning games that require a lot of patience. And that's about all I've gotten through so far. So what now? What should my next topic be? Are my pockets full? No, they're not full. Okay. What should my next topic be? Let's talk about online personas. That's a topic to bring up. So I guess I'll give the rundown of the history of my online persona. For those of you who don't know what a persona is, well, to be fair, I don't even know which, by definition, what a persona is, but for online persona, I'm meaning like a character you use to represent yourself. So for example, my Minecraft skin, that's my persona right now. But anyway, so I have gone through very few phases for a persona. I have forgive me. Um I have I had started off YouTube just not using a persona at all. My first YouTube channel was just called Average, and it was just a picture of Moshirige from Corpse Party, and I was just like, yep, that's my channel. I think I deleted that one, though. I don't know if it's still out there or not, but I definitely don't have access to it anymore. Then I had a second channel. That was Nearpoint Gamma. That still exists, but it's bad, and I don't think I talk in it. But it's mainly just Town of Salem videos. Every other video I think I deleted. And for that I just used Nier from Death Note as my profile picture. And then came Simelapse. No, then came Silapse, which is the one I'm on now. And this is my true online persona. Well, my true online name. That's my name that I use. But anyway, I know what I'm gonna do for my next topic. But anyway, so outside of Average and Nearpoint Gamma, what was my persona from there on? Well, kicking off with Silapse, I just used a pixel art type thing I did. And the thing is, I'm no artist. I'm in a server that a pal of mine started that's like all artist based. And there are lots of artists there. I'm not an artist. I've tried, but I don't care enough to try getting better. And it's not something of my own interest, like for doing myself. But from what little art I have done, my first thing was like making a pixel character of myself. And just using that as my being, my character, to basically speak through to the audience. And essentially, it was a short-haired guy with the brown like not jacket, but you know, it's like the sweater that opens with a zipper, and I had the white t-shirt underneath. And that essentially has been a thing just because that's how I dress. I hated the short hair thing because I have long hair, but I didn't know how to do long hair, and I made so many sprites with it that I was like, I'm not going to be able to do long hair, so I'm just going to stop now. But basically, I had that as my online persona for a while, and then one day I came across Gotcha Studio by Luname, and made a little character on that, and that is my current profile picture, is the character I made from Gotcha Studio way back when. And I liked it. I wasn't able to keep the same shirt that I had before, but I was fine with it because I thought, hey, this looks pretty good, I don't mind it. And then I just had that as my persona for a while until I think Gotcha Life came out. And the reason why I used like the gotcha stuff is because I wanted an online persona, and I'm no artist, so I prefer like the character dress up type games, because I just like any game that has character customization. Like, look at Minecraft, you can make your skin literally anything, well, to a degree. But So I just made a character on that, and then later on in life, Gotcha Life came out. I remade my character there from the last game, and then I was like, oh, hey, I'm able to make a sweater. And I made the proper sweater with the white t-shirt underneath, and I was just like, boom, persona. That is my new persona. That is now my online presence. And it was something much more recognizable than my short-haired pixel art self that really sucked. It was something much more unique in a sense. Like, it wasn't all that unique, but it was definitely something different compared to what I had before. And basically, I used that, and I was just like, okay, this is what it is now. And I became recognized for it, and people like sometimes made art with my character in it, and it's like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. That is really nice. Uh, and basically, I just carried on with that character, and I stuck to um what did I stick to? I had a point. Um, I stuck to the character. Oh yeah, I stuck to the character and I made like minor adjustments to like different outfits where I was like, okay, this is me classic. This is me if I was to be a school student. Because the thing is, it's like there was like at the time I did gotcha videos. I mean, I really sucked at doing gotcha videos, but I did gotcha videos. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna need a character for this, this, and this. But then I was like, you know what? I don't have the motivation to actually do this stuff, and I'm not too interested in making this content. So I'm probably gonna branch off and do something else. But that was like the main thing I did. So I didn't really do much after. But anyway, I was like, okay, so this is my. Hold on, I'm moving. So this is my persona now. All those outfit variations I did, like I did School Laps, which was just a play on words for my name. I actually have Minecraft skins of some of the things I made in that, by the way. But I have School Laps, I have Captain Potato, I have other stuff that I don't remember, but for the most part, it was just School Laps and Captain Potato that stuck. And basically, I'm just like, okay, so these are all gonna go to waste now. I mean, I made them in Minecraft, but for the most part, pretty much going to waste, because I'm probably not gonna use them all that much, which I clearly don't. And then, not too long ago, Gotcha Club came out, which was the newest Luname game at this current time. And I remade my character in there, and then uh, because I was a moderator on the Luname Discord for so long, they basically said, hey, do you want your character in the game? Uh, get the information, send it, and you'll be put in. So now I'm in Gotcha Club, but then I got really not caring for the Gotcha community anymore. Like, I liked the people behind like Luname and all that, and I didn't mind the moderators for the Discord servers. But it was just a matter of I kind of stopped caring because it's like I liked the games, but for one, it took up so much space on my device, which I already couldn't really have, and also it just kind of like didn't work out for what I had planned, and it was just like there was nothing personal with it. But anyway, so I left. Well, I stayed on the servers and all that, but I don't really do anything there anymore. And basically, Uh, oh yeah, I felt kinda dickish because the thing is, completely unrelated to Luname alone, but to Discord. I was a moderator at the time in like I think 7 Discord servers. Like I've moderated so many Discord servers throughout my Discord lifespan. I did 13 at a time. So I had quite a bit. And I was just like, you know what? I think today is the day I'm gonna drop all the Discord moderation teams. So I was like giving all the big wholehearted messages like, "Hey guys, I'm leaving the team. It's been a pleasure." And Luname is where I did my first ever mod job. So I saved that one for last. But I was basically like, "Hey guys, it's me. I'm going to be leaving the team. Bye." Except, better than that. And basically, I didn't get to see any reactions from any of the servers. Most of the servers that I left were I was demodded before being able to see any replies. But anyway, but basically I felt kind of dickish cuz the thing is with the timing, Gotcha Club released not too long before I stepped down. And basically, I think it was like within the month that the moderators got to have a character in the game. I think is when I stepped down, so I feel like the interpretation that left was just, oh, I was just on the mod team to get in the game, and now that I'm there, I'm gone. Like, I felt really bad when I decided to step down at that time. Because I was like, this is just going to make me look like an asshole. And I mean, I don't think it did, but I still have that feeling it could have. But anyway, I had more to say. Can't remember a thing. Hold on, let me get the rundown of what it was I wanted to say. Okay, I felt kind of dickish for stepping down because, oh yeah, this is a whole story about personas. What am I getting into? So basically, I left, felt kind of rude about it because I left like after getting added to a game. So I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of off actually. But I was like, I'm done with moderation, so bye-bye. But anyway, so Gotcha Club, nothing changed with my persona, and it was uploaded to be the Psylapse character in that game now. And not too long after, Among Us started to pick up. And basically, I knew of Among Us in the past, because I think it's been out for 2 years or longer. But basically, Among Us, I seen the characters from it before, like the little blobby crewmates. But the thing is, I never knew what the game was called, and I couldn't remember finding it, and I never had a computer, so I thought, oh, well, even if I did find it, I don't think I can play it. But basically, I was just like, oh, hey, this is pretty fun. It's a deduction game. Because I didn't know what it was at the time, I just recognized it. And with me, like, deduction-based games are my favorites. Like, if, like, everyone has something to them that they are in higher values of than the standard. And by that I mean, like, for example, I've said time and time again, I'm in an artist server, and I'm no artist, but a lot of those people, the things they're passionate about, or the things that they enjoy, or, like, they think they're one of their best qualities is, well, most of them don't actually say that, but I kind of just assume, But basically, it's like the fact that they can do art. They can do like really good art. And the thing is, for me, my version of those people uh, is any mystery solving deduction based type games where it's like doesn't even have to be a game. It's just in general. If it comes to something like that, that's where I excel. That's my best trait is deduction based stuff. I mean, there is also induction, but or is it induction? I think it's induction. But basically, I really like those types of scenarios, and time again, I've proven, for the most part, I really do excel when it comes to it. So it's like, oh, okay. Um, yeah, I have no idea where I'm going with this. But anyway, so Among Us picked up, and I played it a lot. When it came to playing with friends, I played with a few, from time to time, but not too often. And the online lobbies I got kind of bored of because they just kind of kept doing the same sequence of let's not solve it, let's random lynch and, fiddle around. And it's like, oh, okay. Or, they watch a murder and then just kind of go like, oh, hey, well, let's move on. Or, people cheat. All the usual stuff. And I just kind of got bored of the game. But when I do play, and it's like with people who are playing, not just kind of online people who are random and very, very odd. My hand is cramping. When I get into a game, typically I can figure things out at a fair rate. And for the most part, times that I've gone into the game, I have been able to find at least one killer out of, like, I play the 2 imposter games, but I've been able to find one killer almost every single time, except for like the off chance where I don't or I die early before figuring it out. And same goes for, like, I have called people, 3 people. I've actually written down who I have, like, out of people I know, I mean, who I called out as the killer round 1, and it wasn't, or with no deaths, and it wasn't anything to do with, like, polis keys. It was just a matter of actual proper deduction. And basically, I got really addicted to the game because it let me do the thing that I'm genuinely, like, passionate about and confident in. And again, I do, like, fail sometimes. I mean, that's how it is. But I mean, that is my go-to game. And basically, because I became so fond of it, I decided, I'm really considering changing my persona to this little blobby creature that I have developed such a liking to, because when it comes to Among Us, I play as a character called Sir Knight. I don't play as Sylaps, I play as Sir Knight by the name. And I'm just a little dark green blob wearing a knight's helmet, and I basically based my persona off that now. And I was like really considering, do I change? Do I stay the same? And I was really lost thinking, I really need to do this. Should I do this? And finally made the decision, and then not too long after kicked off on YouTube again. And that's how I got to my current persona, and that is the persona talk, I guess. Now, I had something I wanted to bring up earlier when I was talking about, channels and personas. Oh, I remember what I wanted to say. So basically, New topic. My name. Uh, so I was like, this is gonna be now me on the origins of my name. Syllabs. And the names before. So starting off, we have average, where I wasn't good with name ideas. I just thought, what would be something I'd be okay with people calling me that's like a single name and, something basic. And I thought, oh, average, because in school, people would like ask me, hey, how are you doing? And I'd just say average, and everyone turned it into a joke. And I was just like, I'm going to build off the joke and just put my entire basis around that now with my name. So I went like, okay, that's my name now, let's go. But then I was like, average is something. I only looked to YouTube, I didn't look to other platforms. But basically, I looked up average and went by channel, and I'm just like, nobody's going to be able to find my channel if I just keep it as average. So I was like, I need to change it to something more unique that if you look it up on YouTube, it's not going to pop up with all this random junk. It has to be something more unique. And essentially, that took me to the creation of Nearpoint Gamma, where I kind of regretted it, but I didn't know you could change your YouTube name at the time. So, or no, that wasn't it. I made a Gmail account for average, and basically I based the email off of that. And then I was just like, you know what? I don't want to use this new account with that email, and I don't know if you can change it or not. I never tried. So I was just like, I'll make a new email, and I will name it based off this new account. And I went through the ideas of what would I want my name to be. So to lay out the qualifications for what I was looking for, I essentially narrowed it down to it has to have some type of short form for a name. Because it could be a long name with a short form. It could be a short name, but it also has a short form, just as it is. And it has to be something unique enough where if you look it up on YouTube, you'll find it there. And you won't find like all these other things with a very similar name. So I just kind of went about that, and I was like, okay, what's the name I can use? And I cycled through, first of all, what would I want to be called as my primary name? And I was going through names, and I'm like, what am I comfortable with? And I wrote out, like, a list for letters of the alphabet that I'd be fine with people calling me, or, just overall name letters. Like, basically, I want it to start off with at least one of these letters. And I was just like, N. N is an okay name, so I was like, N, what would I like to be called? And then I thought of Death Note, and I was like, I don't mind Nier, and I think it'd be cool to call myself Nier. So I got the Nier part, but the thing is, I needed something more unique in order to... Oh, I'm just starving. I needed something more unique in order to, be able to be found, aside from just how it was. So I was like, okay, what do I want to make my name now? What do I want the second part of it to be? So I was like, near. And I don't remember how I got to the word, but I came to the word point. I really need some water after this. But, So I came to the word point, and I was just like, you know what? Point works, but I feel like if I'm gonna go near point, which I think there were also names for on YouTube, I was like, to be extra unique, I need like one more word. And I thought of random words, and then I thought of my favorite character from Sonic, Gamma, E102 Gamma. So I was like, I can be near point Gamma. And then it was just like, boom, that is now my name. I now have that name. And that channel, it was existent for a while, I think. And then I started uploading on it after a long period of time. And I was just like, okay, so Nearpoint Gamma. This name seems actually not the greatest for what I want to do, and I do someday want to go into like content making and streaming and all that. I want to do that properly. Like, I want that to be a thing I do in the future. So basically, I was like, I need a better name for marketing than Nearpoint Gamma, because that's just 3 words. That's just 3 words. So I was like, okay, let's try to think of something else. So I went back to my criteria and was just like, so it's got to be something that can have a short form, and it's got to be something unique on YouTube. And I added a new criteria where I said to myself, it has to be a single name, no word after word. It has to be a name. So then I had my criteria set and I started thinking of things. And my first thought was, if I was to have a short form for the name, what would I be comfortable with my short form being? And I went through a cycle of things. And if you watched my stream, I think one of the streams from yesterday, I need to burp. Excuse me. If you've seen one of my streams from yesterday, God, that's janky. Okay. Someone who knows me in person accidentally said my name. I found that whenever it comes to my online presence, people who I know personally have said my real name so frequently. Like, I've had at least, I want to say at least 5 people, maybe less. I know 2 100%. The rest, I think, but I can't be certain. But anyway, but people have leaked my name, typically by accident. And, oh, no, 3 for sure, 3 for sure. One person did it on purpose for malicious intent. But basically, what was it? 3, or people have leaked my name, essentially. That's what it is. And I was like, well, using my own real name as a reference, which you can see in a past stream when someone says it in the chat and I don't get rid of it, I'm gonna use the first 2 letters, but then I'm like, wait, this one letter doesn't really fit for what I want to try doing. I don't think. I wouldn't want to be called that for my single thing. So then I was like, okay, I'll make it something Y. And because I really wanted Y to be the second letter of my name. And I was like, okay, so what can I do instead of this? So looking to the closest letter, I was like, Psy. Hey, Psy, I don't mind the idea of people calling me Psy. Psy seems like an okay name to go with. So I was like, okay, great. Now I've got a name. Or the beginning of a name. So now I can start going by that. But I need to determine what my actual name is going to be. So I went Psy, Psy, Psy. Psy something. Uh, and I thought on it, and I came to an answer pretty quick. I was kind of just like, hold on, I gotta do this again. I was kind of thinking, okay, let's go through parts of words and come up with something. And I think it was the first or second idea I had where I said, time lapse, and then thought Scilapse. And I was just like, you know what? That name sounds like something good, something that works. So then I went to YouTube, I searched up Scilapse, and there was one video, and that was everything on YouTube for Scilapse. And basically I was like, this is the perfect name. I like the name. It has a good short form. What was I going to say? It has a good short form. I like the sound of it. And it's not on YouTube yet. So I was like, okay, perfect. I've got a name. And I essentially remade another Gmail account and made Scilapse. And that's how that happened. I'm really drawing blanks on what I want to explain. But basically, I went through the process, I came up with an idea, and I went with it. And thus Scilapse was born. And the thing is, I didn't think to look really to the internet for anything. And I thought I was the only person who ever named themselves Scilapse. Like, I thought it was a completely original thing. So, like, I think a month after I made my YouTube channel, I saw someone named Scilapse who was like, it was a person doing time-lapse videos. And they just had their name as like Sci Space Lapse. And I was just like, hold on, because I was a little younger. I mean, not too much younger, but I was a little younger. And I was just like, hold on, I came up with this original name, and this person here took the name. And I made a video like, guys, look at this. And I made an Instagram post saying like, look at this. I finally came up with a name that was like unique and original, and then this other person had it. And then that caused a lot of backlash drama from the person behind it, I think. And they were on Instagram. I think it was an adult, and I think maybe they thought I was an adult because they were like really, really mad. And the thing is, I kind of just stopped using Instagram, or on the Scilapse end, because I had like a Scilapse Instagram account. And I didn't touch that thing for maybe a year, maybe two, I don't really remember. And I didn't notice that this person actually messaged saying all the stuff, and they were like looking for a fight, kind of. And they were just like, oh, you're too whichever to fight back or something. And I was just like, I feel so bad because I got somebody really mad at me because I was just kind of ignorant. And I wanted to apologize, but it was like over a year long since that interaction happened. So I just deleted the entire, like, every post I had, and I was just like, starting fresh on this account. And I would apologize if they came forward again. If the person behind that sees this for some reason, I'm sorry. I didn't, like, yeah, it's because I was just dumb back then. I mean, I'm still dumb, but I'm dumb in the sense that, uh, I kind of thought I had my own original thing that has never been done before. And then I thought, oh, somebody's copying it because coincidentally, it's happening like at the time that I did the thing. But no, it was just me being kind of dumb and being like, people can't think of other ideas. But really, people did, and I just didn't notice. But anyway, so I felt bad about doing that. And I wanted to apologize because I was like, oh, time has passed. So, and this is a issue that's been brought to my attention, but it's been so long, so I thought maybe it'd be better just to not engage at all. But anyway, um, so I seen, or no, what was I talking about next? The whole thing about Scilapse and do. Hold on. Sorry, I hear something on the outside and I need to be wary of it. What time is it roughly? 3:26? Okay. But anyway, so I felt bad about that. And then I later came across more and more names of Scilapse that were across the internet. But the thing is, on YouTube, Scilapse was like a completely unique thing, so I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But anyway, I had more to say on the matter. Can't remember a word I was going to say, though. So anyway, I came up with the name Scilapse. I didn't have an outside source. I thought of it on my own, and I thought it was an original idea. It wasn't, and I made an enemy out of it, and I feel bad about that. Sorry if that person sees it. That's the rundown of what I just said. So then I had the name Scilapse, and I've just gone by that the rest of my online life, and that's about it. There's not much else to add for that. So doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo, doop. Whoop. That's not what I wanted. So now that I've told so many stories, what should I do now? Tell more stories? No, I don't want to tell more stories. I've told so many stories today, and not a single person has chatted. I think nobody's seen any of this. This is all going to be a post stream. Oh my goodness gracious, aluquacious, diabolical, alpha Donald. I'm just saying words now. Man, I'm gonna just do what I do. Yeah, I really don't have much else to say. I've talked about my persona origins, my name origins. I've talked about stories about patience, about social awkwardness, about trying to know people, about just the standard. I don't know. I don't have much else to talk about, guys. I've been just talking to myself for a long period of time about random stories. There's not much else to come out of this. This is just what it is. I really don't know what else to talk about. This is about it. Ba 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 da ba ba ha ba da ba ba da ba ba da. Bum bum. I'm gonna hide the coal in the walls. Coal in the wall. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. I could mine the coal, but I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. Okay. Did I mine these parts out? Or do I have to mine them out? I think I mined them out, so I'm gonna fill them with dirt. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel broken on the bone. The only thing that's real. Well, you could have it all, my empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. And if I start again, a million miles away, I will keep myself. I will find a way. What else to talk about now? Guys, I got nothing. I got nothing to go on about. I've told so many stories today. Man. Yeah, I've got nothing. Nothing to say, nothing going on, nothing new at all. It's just a matter of me doing stuff. You know what? I think I may finish this another time. I'm gonna stop the stream for now. Who we raiding, boys? Oh wait, this is YouTube. There is no raids. Man, that sucks. Good thing I'm not on Twitch yet. I'll get on Twitch sometime. It's just a matter of doing a thing that takes a lot of time. But I'll be on Twitch sometime, probably. I want to stream on Twitch and do videos on YouTube. But I've got to wait. It's a moment of waiting, guys. So, thank you guys for coming to the stream, I suppose. It's been something telling all these stories that I really didn't need to tell and just kind of told anyway. I'm an open book. If you want to know something about me, say what it is, and I'll be sure to tell you what you need to know. But until that time comes again, I will see you guys for now. So, farewell. And now comes the part where I click on the stream option, and I close the stream from here. Bye-bye.